Everyone's all, let's do this. Callen just woke up.
I just woke up.
Callen just woke up. We got a special guest in the house. The man, the myth, the legend, Andrew Schulz. Dude, thanks for coming in, man.
Thanks for having me.
He's been saying good things about you, Andrew.
I'll take it.
I've heard good things about you.
I think everyone does. Last night around the water cooler at the Comedy Store, we were talking about you as a comic, and someone said, top 5 right now. Top 5 right
dude,
now.
I haven't seen
top 5 right now.
I haven't seen your fucking stand-up.
You've never seen a stand-up?
No.
Gotta give it a watch, man. Gotta give it a watch.
That's great. I love I'm so ignorant with this stuff.
Then the door guys, my guys, Derek, they go, dude, he's like they're describing, we're talking to Rogan about it. He's like, he's like a Bill Burr, but younger. And wherever Bill Burr's line is, he fucking goes past
Oh
it.
boy, here we go.
I was
Here
like,
we go.
guys are getting after it.
Is that right?
Let's go, man. I'm excited.
great.
I've been a fan for a while, and then you have so many. How many shows do you have? Because people give me shit, but you got a lot of shit going on.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
That's why I like your model, man. So I do Brilliant Idiots with Charlemagne, and then I do Flagrant 2, and that's with my buddy Akash, hilarious comic, and Kaz, and then we have a Patreon app for that as well, and then I do a few other shows on my YouTube. I kind of made like YouTube my comedy network. So I have this like show.
Do you want to do TV? Do you want to do like a regular network show?
No, I don't care about that. Yeah, I used to think that I was supposed to do that. You know what I mean? And congrats, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
No. Listen, I would have told you.
It's for sellouts, but congrats.
Yeah.
I would have told you.
But you're a thespian, like
yeah. I mean, I went to school to study acting and all that shit.
Plus, you've been in tons of TV shows.
Yeah.
Like it's.
But it's different. It's like
different. I mean,
like Dove. You know, like Dove, David Dove.
one of my
Like
best friends.
okay, yeah. So it's
love
like
Dove.
he's an actor.
Dove's a fucking
phenomenal
He's a really
actor.
good actor.
Phenomenal.
Like I just knew Dove as the stand-up.
Great comic.
And then I see him act, and it's like, okay, so there are guys who truly love to do it. I think I was doing the acting stuff. Like I did some shows. I had a sitcom. I did like a drama, you know, that kind of stuff. And like, I think I was doing it because that's what I was told I was supposed to do as a comic.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you're a comic. Then you get your sitcom, and then you do this. And all I really wanted to do was have a fan base and then perform live.
Yes.
That's why I wanted a special. And then when everybody said no, when I filmed my own special and everybody said no, and I put it out myself, I realized like, oh, I didn't want a special. I just wanted to connect with fans.
See, that's how I feel. That's right. I think a lot of us feel that way, right? So the special, like when you think about a Netflix special, what you really want is people to see it so you can play big crowds.
That's
so
it.
you can, right?
That's all you want. You want people to go, oh, he's
You're not
funny.
making money off your special, real. I mean, you can, but the money, the
No,
Money's
it's
the
not about
road.
that.
We make money
money's
on the road. That's what we do.
Yeah,
Like,
that's an infomercial for you.
Exactly.
Come see
Space show, check it out, man.
and it's like, so here's the question now, right? Is like, is the special the best infomercial? I don't think it is.
Meaning?
But and I want to talk to you, and we could talk off air about like yours and how, you know, we could really get people to watch it, but also get the most out of it. You know what I mean? And I think you have one coming up too. I saw an advertisement for that,
March
but it's
12th,
like,
yeah.
Because I don't mean to interrupt. Because you,
Go.
When I was listening to Brilliant Idiots on the way here, on my drive here, and you and Charlemagne were talking about Deuce's Marrow.
Diaz Mero, Diaz and Mero,
Yes,
yeah.
Deuce's Marrow, and they're on Showtime, on network, right?
Yes.
And you go, I just hope it correlates because them being on a network TV and being on that kind of brand, their fan base is digital.
Yes.
Like that's what
Can't go digital to analog. Doesn't work.
It doesn't really work.
Yeah.
But if you look at Bill Simmons. Look at Bill
Exactly.
Simmons on HBO.
Nobody
He's
watched.
a monster. Digital monster.
You won't leave it. You won't
Monster.
leave it. All your
and then
TV
jumps on
is-
HBO because people go, look, he has all these views.
Yep.
Let's bring it
And
here.
it goes away.
It goes away. It doesn't work.
Nothing.
It was a
Because you got to look at it like TVs now, everything's a screen. And a TV is just a
Everything's a screen.
shitty phone.
That's right, dude.
That's all that is a horrible phone, right? It doesn't call nobody, right? It doesn't text nobody. All it does is the video watching thing in your phone,
Yeah,
right?
man.
So like if you put your whole special out on YouTube, I think it's going to explode in a way different way than it would if you put it on Showtime. Like if I'm Showtime, this is the conversation I have with you off air, but maybe we have it on there. This is what I do with Showtime. I say, Showtime, give me the whole special. I'm going to cut it up into clips. I'm going to put it on my YouTube. And this is just a branding thing to bring awareness to me as Showtime talent.
Yep.
And now you're going to watch Below the Belt or all these other
very smart.
fight things. Because that's all it is. That's what
all it is.
Showtime wants,
Yeah.
right? Like
they just want eyeballs.
they're not going to make no money off this special.
No.
Yep.
Right? It's just they're investing as you as talent on the network. And that's what I did. Like when everybody said no to my
How long ago
my
was
special.
this?
This was over a year ago.
This is a year ago?
Almost 2 years ago, I filmed it, right? So I filmed the special. I did like 5 clubs in New York. I did like the cab rides in between. And the idea was like
sick.
a night in New York, right?
Yeah.
And I broke my hour up into that.
Just so you know, in New York, what we used to do is you'd go from stand-up New York,
Cellar.
comic strip.
Yeah.
You'd go to New York Comedy Club on 24th Street. Then you'd go down to
Ray Romano did
then you
a-
go down to Cellar, and
Romano,
we would
yeah.
do that. And you could actually pay your rent that way.
So-
you could actually make money. That
So you
way.
shot your special like that.
So this is 2 years
Bouncing
ago,
out.
right? And literally what you described is how I did the hour. And I
wow.
did it like that because that's how I built the hour. Like, people listen that are comics know it's like a lot of times you don't build this an hour at a time. You build this 10 minutes at a time, 5
Correct.
minutes at a time at these
Correct.
little spots. So I did the cab rides in between. It was like, boom, here's the hour. I try to shop to everybody. Everybody says no. Lowest point in my comedy career. Now,
Been there.
but yeah, and it's like, but the stand-up world has never embraced me for whatever reason. It doesn't matter.
How so?
I've never done, the reason you never seen me, I've never done stand-up on TV or any of these types of things, right? But it's okay. It was prepared me for what I am today. Like I needed to go through, everything needed to be stripped in order for me to lead, right? So it's like, I started asking my friends, you can learn so much about comedy from asking people who aren't comics, right? And I was like, who are you watching on Netflix, right? And everybody would say, the names that we all know, Mulaney, Dilly, all these things,
yeah.
Chappelle. And then I'd be like, did you like it? They'd be like, yeah, it was really good, but I didn't finish it. Everybody kept saying I didn't finish
Everybody.
Everyone.
it. So I'm like, okay, so they're not watching the whole thing. Boom. Instead of me putting out the hour, I'm going to do a 15-minute version of this, right? I put out the 15-minute version. That weekend, I sell out some shows down in San Diego. And I wasn't a sellout guy.
And you put it out on YouTube.
On YouTube, on my YouTube page, right? 15-minute version. Best meal is one you can have one more bite of, right? So I put it out. I sell some shows. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? This is weird, right? I go, you know what? I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna like start putting out clips every week. So I start putting out a clip every single week for a year. I
From
said, I'm
that
gonna do it.
special.
Because I had another 30 minutes left or 45 minutes left of that special. And then I had other jokes that I didn't put in it. But there was like material that I had to like throw away because I was willing to throw it away anyway. And I had the new hour because I was touring with that. I put it out and all of a sudden the clips start to go viral. And like I start selling out shows and I go on these tours and the venues are getting bigger. I do an international tour that I sell out. Like things start getting crazy.
Which is all that matters.
Dude, so it's like so in the moment I realized what I cared, right? I didn't care about getting the special.
Yeah.
As much as I cared about being able to touch the people.
There's nothing like it. I mean,
Because that special is the validation, right? I think it's when you walk around other comics, they go, "Did your special get picked up?" And you go, HBO, Showtime.
It used to be,
Actually, though,
it used to be, Brendan.
Yeah.
It used to be because what used to happen is we correlated that special with selling out tickets, right? But now we have friends of ours that we all know that have our specials on Comedy Central
And
that are
Netflix.
doing $1,500 weekends
Correct.
in major markets.
fucking true.
They can't sell a
It's
ticket.
true. It's true. The reason I sell so well now is because of this podcast.
Intimacy.
And no one can find my shit. Like, so I'm going to take my old special, which has been sitting, in Neverland,
Yeah.
and put it on YouTube. This new
frustrating.
one that's coming out, at least it'll be on every platform.
Don't put it on YouTube the full thing. And that's
no,
what I want to talk to you about.
You take
this.
pieces, right?
So what I did is I did
Yeah.
a new piece every single week, and this is what happens. I made it digestible. If I said, hey, you want to listen to this guy talk for an hour? You tell me
Yeah.
to fuck myself. I don't want to listen to nobody talk for an hour.
That's right.
Right? So a stranger seeing you and going, I want to listen to this guy for an hour is absurd.
Ridiculous.
It's just absurd.
Especially in 2019.
Especially now with all the great
I love
shit.
some of these comics, and I find myself after 20,
can't do it.
30 minutes, I'm wandering off. I'm texting.
I'm so
Imagine
fascinated by
you
this.
didn't know
I'm
him.
fascinated by this conversation though, because it's
Well, it gets crazier.
This is
I'm
changing
telling you,
for
B.
me as a dude
I'm
who's
telling you,
been
B.
right.
Callen, it gets
It's
crazy.
brilliant.
And it's the right time for all of us to have it
me
because
take
you
my
both have.
fucking cashmere
Man,
off.
let's go.
Get your cashmere
I'm
off.
taking my gray cashmere.
You know what, Brian? I'm going to stop charging you the 20% royalty for your career. That's what I'm going to do for you.
I'm pissed off that you guys are both hip too. There's something hip about the way you're dressed, but you're young, huh? You're young.
This is good. It's supposed to be
I'm
that way.
swollen. I'm old swollen face. It's all right.
Don't eat a wheel
But
of
you
cheese.
know what? You need to swell up a little bit when you get older because I don't like it when it's too bony.
Yeah,
it's
you're
nice.
right.
Madonna has that like weird.
You're right. I need a little.
This is how it's
My
supposed to
body's
look.
still tight as fuck though. Is that
But
weird?
I can't tell.
Yeah, but you will later when I,
can't
take my
tell.
shirt off. But you
Oh,
see
yeah?
what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what the fuck.
Oh, I
is.
thought you
I'm
meant
drunk.
like I thought you meant tight like you need to stretch, but you mean like
I mean fucking. I mean button down.
You
bro.
fuck.
No, I mean I'm coiled up and ready. The fuck are you talking about? Like, hey, bro, school him. School the guest. School AS. But keep going because I love this. I love this.
So we put it out, right? And I just put out these little bits, and I started to notice this thing that would happen. somebody, my YouTube guy would hit me and he'd be like, hey man, there's something cool happening. I'm like, what's up? And he'd be like, people watch one video and then they watch for 2 hours. Right? And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, they get like in a wormhole and they just keep watching. And I go, really? So Netflix can't get someone to watch for more than 20 minutes. We got people watching for 2 hours.
They're binging.
Right? They're binging because it's right in front of them, it's right there. And you got to have the goods, obviously, but it's right there. It's right in front of them. It's always accessible. Right? And it's not this thing where when you sit down and watch an hour-long Netflix thing, you're like, I need to be here for an hour. You don't for me. You need to be there for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And then when that bit's over, like, it's over.
Yeah.
And you can come back another time. Like, I could save Netflix home. They're just idiots that run Netflix comedy. Like, they're fucking incompetent. Like, I could save that whole fucking model with 2 technological changes.
Really?
The whole thing. The fact that they haven't figured this out yet. I say it every single.
Like, what would you do? Because
I almost don't want to give it to them until because I think Whitney's doing hers for Netflix, and I think I'm gonna give it to Whitney so that she can be the person that gets to.
But I mean,
break
what
off
you're
of that.
saying about this, and he's been saying this too, is that we are living in a time when, and I do this all the time. You have 15-minute chunks. You have 5 minute, and that's what we do. And I'm on YouTube all the fucking time.
All the time. How do I watch you guys? YouTube.
Yeah.
But I watch the chunks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'll watch these little
highlights.
I watch the little highlight or like a 12-minute conversation.
Clips.
Right?
This is going to sound even weirder, and you'll laugh at it. But like, I love to box. I like to work at it. I'm never going to be. But I learn more sometimes watching 5-minute clips on YouTube of some really high level coach who teaches you a little something. So if I have a sync issue, I go on. Like everything is. But comedy, especially, like if I want to get entertained.
But with comedy too, like let's say you don't know who Andrew is, and you watch a clip. I'm the guy. If I see something for 3 minutes that kills, I go, I'm in. Where he's coming to where? He'll be in LA. I'm
that
in.
changed my whole
All
career.
of us
That's how it
are.
goes.
All of us
Literally
are.
changed my
Everyone
whole
is.
career. It's like if
I
there's
don't
any
need an
comic-
hour sales.
Well, because I'm paying for a babysitter. I'm paying for. I'm going to spend $100. It's $100 a night.
Yep.
And that's a lot of money for most people.
Yes.
So that's $100. Or let's call it $75-$80. That's like, holy fuck, man. I better know, and I don't have time. We'll get the kids, the vets over there, and then put it on, and I'm watching.
You go out to eat before you Yelp it?
The movies have been doing it. The movies give you that little snip preview. Of
course.
Damn, that's dope.
right, that's
You know
right.
what? When's it come out? I'm buying a ticket for the full thing.
That's exactly right.
There it
But
is.
that's the thing, like, and if there's any comics still listening right now, it's like if you don't have clips up on YouTube right now, you're retarded. Because nobody's going out to your show that weekend without seeing what you're like first.
Yeah. Well, I've had to build it on the road slowly because I wasn't. So my first special, Showtime.
Yes.
That's locked up. I don't even know where it is. I have to talk
Really?
to the people that own it. I can't
have
even
it.
release it. It gets flagged. So now that's
Release on Instagram. Release on Instagram
Okay.
and Twitter.
Clips. Yeah,
All right.
they
It
can't
It doesn't
do
matter
anything.
where it is.
All right,
That's
I'll do
another
that.
thing. Like,
I'll put that out.
But also, that was from 1974.
No, but still, there's some really good bits
two
on
cameras.
it. Right.
No crane.
Yes,
Black and white.
Well, there's no sound. It's mine. It's all
People
mine.
are smoking. People are fucking.
Yeah, they're clapping like this. That's like fucking Zach Galifianakis pretending he was doing stand up in 1700. Hey, I just came down from Boston. Don't do that trip. Took me 14 days.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So you've got me thinking. You
You gotta put it
But
out.
here's the question.
Yeah.
I have zero material on YouTube.
But-
You
but-
need
but-
it. Different road.
But here's the
different
question,
path.
though.
I'll
Here's
tell
the
you why.
question. Like I wonder at times. Like so now I'm working on my new special. My one hits March 12th. I'm doing press. Like I'm doing the craziest amount of press, but you can get it on all the platforms.
Yep.
All right. Fine. But we also
doing press
know,
now for it?
No, not yet.
Okay.
You only do press when they.
That's
can
what
get
I'm
to it.
saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. In fact, they tried to, and I was like, hold
No,
on.
waste of time.
No, you're right.
People forget.
Correct. So, and again, they forget. So do it right away where they can go rent and buy it. But I agree with you that for me, the biggest thing is I want to sell out theaters. I don't give a fuck. I just want a lot of people to come see because I love performing. That's what I live for. I'll never
give
stop
that
doing
motherfucker
So
away.
give it away.
Costco.
Give it away. I wish I'd had this. If I had had
What
this
does Costco do,
If I
Brian?
had had this conversation with this motherfucker, I would have given it away.
What the fuck?
I don't trust you.
Dude, I've been telling you for
I don't
7
fucking care, 'cause
years.
You don't have my back.
For 7 years.
You know what, man? You should have
Seven.
You should have had him on earlier. Way to go. There goes I got to wait another 2 years.
No,
now.
you don't.
Just keep putting
Because
it
it benefits everybody involved to give it away. I think that
I
you
agree
could
with
go
you.
to whatever
We give this
company.
away. We give this podcast away.
Look, fame is all about intimacy now. It used to be about distance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, and who gets it better than Will Smith? Will Smith bombs 4 movies in a row. But he's so fucking smart. He goes, what the fuck is happening? I'm Will Smith.
Yeah.
Whatever I do wins, and this is not winning. What's going on?
Yeah.
And he realizes, oh shit, fame is not about hiding out in the hills and then coming out and do a movie two times a year, 1 time a year. Fame now is about, hey, how you doing? Hey, I'm here. Correct. Hey, this is my family. Hey, this is everything that's going on.
I'm
it's
normal.
what we do.
I'm normal. I'm like you guys.
What do every one of your fans say when they meet you, right? They know you.
They
I
say,
feel
like,
like I know you guys.
I feel
like I know you guys.
And they do. And they do.
What was fame 10 years ago, 15 years, 20 years ago? He goes, I know nothing.
They're
Johnny
mythical
Depp.
creatures.
Why is Johnny Depp a bozo?
Mysterious.
He's a bozo.
Why is he? Wait, why is
Fix
he?
your hair.
Why is he a pirate?
He's a
why is he a
pirate.
real
Bring him
pirate?
up. Bring him up.
Bro,
Look at how he dresses. Look at how this fucking
It's because
guy dresses.
he has no friends. He didn't come down to the real world. Someone go, what the fuck are you doing? And why do you have so many necklaces
He
on?
doesn't have a friend who can tell him, hey, bro, enough with the fuck. Look at the.
Dude, go to the top
Look at
left one, and you could see the whole front row of Brian Callen's first special. This man is a delight.
Dude, just hit the arrow. Hit that arrow on the side, Chin. See that arrow on the side? If you hit that arrow,
Look,
it'll
I
just
mean,
keep
dude,
going.
what is going on, dude?
There
He
you
just,
go.
dude, he's just,
Look at him.
he's out, man. Like he's not one of us.
He looks sick.
He's not a human.
He doesn't look
does look
healthy.
It's like he's from another planet.
Doesn't look healthy at
He just
all.
has no idea what's happening on. And when someone goes, dude, some of your movies are terrible. No one's telling him that.
I know.
He thinks he's Jack Sparrow.
He really does.
He does. He's
and that
still,
shit don't
he's
work.
still
no
wearing
more.
eyeliner. He's
And
wearing
it's kind of
eyeliner.
awesome. But what I think is interesting too, back to Will Smith, is he went, okay, I'm doing these movies. They are bombing. I need to get down to put my ear to the ground. And he goes, so Instagram's what everyone's all about. Oh, cool. You want to see what talent looks like on Instagram?
Boom.
Boom.
So
And
Will
when
takes
you look
talent.
at his page.
Game over. He ran
You
the
look
game.
at his page and you go, oh shit. 'Cause
3
all
months.
these YouTubers and Instagram models they're trying to come up with creative shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then a real guy with real talent goes, I'm gonna put some resources in this, put my creative brain behind it. And his page is like nobody
Crazy.
else.
He's the best. YouTube, Instagram, all that shit.
The
he's
best.
the best.
By far.
But he just recognized the shift, and a lot of people don't recognize the shift. The networks don't recognize the shift, but they don't want to recognize it because.
This gives the artist for the first time ever
we're in
autonomy.
control. We're in
control.
complete control.
Like this is like the amount of he was with me. I was fretting. Oh, I work on the special. It's the best thing I've ever done. I'm like, Netflix won't watch it. Showtime passed. I'm like, same shit. I'm like, how the fuck?
They're idiots.
I know what I do. I know what I do to audiences. Not to be, but it's the only thing I'm really
Talk your shit, boy.
right.
I mean,
Talk your
you
shit.
bombed last night, but
What? What? No, it was. But I was like, how is this not? And again, fucking.
But you don't need. No one
I don't
needs
need
them.
them.
No
I don't
one
need them.
needs them.
It's
because you
a-
control your own
Could
destiny.
have taken clips and just.
It's an old model, and we make our money when we do theaters. That's the thing that, like, if you're not a stand-up or you're not someone who could do the live show, now's a scary time. If you're just a producer, you got to be shitting your pants, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't produce a show and then tour it. You got to get paid for that show you produce.
Yep.
Like
Yeah.
the way I look at the comedy game is like we're just 10 years behind music. I'm the first like SoundCloud comedian. Put it that way, right? Like,
Yeah.
musicians start giving their shit away, and then they make money on the road. They sell out the Garden. That's $1 million.
That's all they care about.
That's all they give a fuck
Take
about
my
the
music.
music.
I don't give a fuck about.
The music's doing it, yeah.
But the main
merch
thing
and
is-
road.
but
Merch
people-
and road.
The
everybody-
jokes are for you always. It's like what we do. Anybody who leads, right? Like, you got to take power. Power has to be taken. You can't.
Yeah.
No one gives you power. You have to fucking grab it out of somebody's
Correct.
hand.
Especially in this business.
Correct.
In anything in life, right? But the thing about taking power is that's the last thing you take, right? Because once you're in power, all you do is give, right? These are your people. You protect your people. Hey, somebody's trying to go to war with y'all. You're the first one on a horse. Like, all right, let's go fuck those twos up.
Yeah.
And it's like you have to be prepared to handle that kind of power. Not everybody is.
Right.
Like you have some scumbag kind of leaders. The spoiled prince, the son of the king who took power,
Yeah.
is a cuck. He's a fucking
Yeah,
bitch.
he's weak.
Yeah.
Because he never had to take it.
Yeah.
He's trying to validate himself. So that's what we were. We were trying to validate ourselves with these
That's
specials.
my whole career.
Right? It's like, hey, this is a good
But
comedy.
also that's my big. See, I'm older.
Yes.
And so this model, Hollywood model forever has been I did this.
I just want a smash cut of you saying I'm older in different on different episodes.
Because more and more swollen. Swelling.
400 episodes different.
And my friend on my face goes, and I just died.
Your hairline's like
head explosion. Yeah.
Not to cut you. Go on.
But so my entire career. Let's just take the last 17 years, but really the past 23. When you're an actor in Hollywood, you come to Hollywood. You are this person who went to theater school. There were channels. So you go to theater school, you spend and then you, of course, get into an acting class because you see, you have to win that audition. And there are suits. They wear suits and they wear smart dresses. And back then it was mostly men. And you would walk into a room with these men. And it was all about, and you'd wait in a waiting room with your fucking sides, and you'd wait there, and you'd be fucking. And by the way, you needed this job because you knew that there was a pilot season. There was a small window where all the fucking networks they would buy your pilot, and then they would greenlight your pilot, and oh my god, and then they would cast it. And now, whoever they were, you would have this they. You didn't know who they were, but you'd come into that room and there'd be they, and they'd just be like, "Hi, how are you?" And they would sit there, and you'd do your
still
thing.
going on.
It's still going on, but it was everything back then because if you got a sitcom, if you got there was no stand-up nobody was making money on stand-up. You have to understand. Nobody back then.
The industry doesn't make money on us.
Nobody back then. Nobody was making. We didn't have stand-up really. When you did stand-up, you did like Rogan would do there were clubs that were set up, but you were never making real money. You just weren't. Some people, very few people.
We weren't, but more importantly, the industry wasn't, and that's why they didn't invest in it. A joke is an avocado. Right? It's like the second you cut that shit open.
That's right.
You're done.
You're done.
There's no shelf life.
And so all of it, but every performer, whether you were an actor, you had to. You were the lowest man on the totem pole. No matter what, you just had no power. No matter what, it was up to you. And sometimes somebody would sneak through on a show, they'd get popular, and then you had power. For a while until that show went away, and then it started all over again. And it seems like now, man,
it's flipped.
For the first time, it's all flipped.
Because it used to be a buyer's market. Now it's a seller's. And we own the creativity.
It's fucking crazy. Yeah. That's the other thing.
So
when we did this
property
podcast, he
is
goes,
creativity.
We had all these offers. Fox, everybody wanted to kind of buy it, or they wanted to own it. And he was like, "No, let's just do it ourselves."
Smart.
You know,
you have to. It's the only way you.
And then we left Fox when they're like, "Well, we need 50%." I was like, "Well, we're out."
Dude,
all we need is 2 mics.
That's right.
Why would we give you 50%? I'm out.
And there's still people in podcasts who goes, "Yeah, I'm thinking about signing with this network."
Hilarious.
Validation. It's
hilarious.
You're caught in this matrix, right? Where like we all get caught in the matrix. The success is equivalent to money matrix, and I think the second you realize like how much joy you get from doing what you do, and everything else is icing on the cake. Then you can pull yourself out of it. I was locked in it too. That's why I was so down from when everybody said no.
But you also you come from, and I wonder if I'd be curious if, I'm sure your fans know, but you were an MTV guy.
Oh yeah, I had network deals and shit like that. Like I had multiple shows. I did right after MTV. I was a lead in a sitcom. You know,
that's your background.
What sitcom?
It was called Benders.
I loved you in that.
That's my favorite. When you and Charlemagne were talking about your guys' time on MTV, the freaking talent that was walking around the studio as MTV will blow your mind.
Really?
Just everybody now came up through there. I mean,
Pete Davidson, was there.
P, like if you even want to like
brilliant.
chop up the business, you know, like if you want to look at like the young black comics, like who will be the next kings of comedy? Like all those dudes, the Carlos Miller, Chico Beans, like the DC Young Flies, like these guys came up through Wild 'N Out. You know what I mean? Diaz Zamero, who are on Showtime right now, they came up through MTV too. Like Duval, who's been popping for a while, Charlemagne, myself, even Dan Soder. Like you want to go to like
Monsters,
the New York
I really
guys
like Charlemagne. I don't know,
he's
but I've watched
fucking
him.
the
He's
best.
Smart guy,
so sharp
and so honest. Like I've seen him take Kanye to task, and you know,
he's brilliant, man.
And I remember that one guy who came in and was really mad at him. That rapper who was like, you know,
Birdman. Yeah, he's like a producer.
Yeah. But he just calls it.
How did you guys meet at MTV?
Yeah, we met at MTV, and it was just like Like before Charlemagne was the guy at MTV, I was the guy there, right? Like they would have me hosting the spring breaks and hosting the European Music Awards and shit. Like, so
I bet you guys didn't fuck any girls.
faithful men.
Are you married? You got a girl?
No, but I had I had a girl at that time.
During that
Dude,
time?
yeah, it was
Bro.
bad. It was bad. It was bad.
Did Charlemagne?
Yeah, he's had a wife for like 18 years, but he used to cheat.
Yeah, I know.
Now he's part of like the faithful.
Yeah,
black
he
male
talks about it. He's
community,
like, I'm
but-
one of the few faithful. Like, chill out,
Like
dude.
he brags about now being faithful to his wife.
I love it though. He's so honest. I love that
talks about
motherfucker.
it, yeah.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
During that time, you were the man. Then Charlemagne came in.
Charlemagne comes in. He like takes over New York radio. Like what he did with Power 105.1 is really only like Stern did that back in the day.
Yeah.
Did he come? But did he get a start with Wendy Williams?
He got to start with Wendy,
Yeah.
and he did that, and he did stuff with Wendy, and he had been working in Philadelphia, I think, and he just got fired from every place.
How old is he?
41.
Oh, okay.
41, 40,
But I
something like
think
that.
what works with both you guys, especially for you, is you guys went through that TV route. And if you said the same stuff, because I listen to you guys' show, and same with Brian and I, and Brian might get fired. But if some of the stuff that we say is so outlandish,
Yeah.
if you put that on MTV, Showtime, or a network, they're like, dude, we can't have it.
Oh yeah, it's cost us a lot of
simply
money.
can't
But
have
Then
it.
again, we don't need it. We don't need it.
you don't need it, but and it's good because we have this other thing, and thank God, because then you're allowed to say it. But like, yeah, man, I mean, we've had things that cost us, Nicki
Sponsorships, you're
Minaj
saying?
cost me $100,000
How so?
because I said that she had kind of a cunty vibe.
Oh, I remember this.
What's wrong with that?
I remember this. You were the guy who said it. And they were like, he's legit, he knows rap, but then he's like, he's a white dude.
I don't know rap. I openly say it. Like I'm not an authority on this.
remember
shit.
this.
$100,000.
How did this go
Dell
down?
pulled out. I said the reason why people like
What
Cardi.
platform is this?
Brilliant Idiots.
Okay.
I was like, the reason why people are into Cardi B and not Nicki Minaj is because Cardi is giving us an authentic version of herself, and
She's
Nicki
real.
does characters.
Yeah.
And the characters work when there wasn't like anytime you put a real Jordan next to a fake one, how fake does the fake Jordan look? Or like
sure.
even on stage, like when someone's giving you the real, and then like a young guy gets up and he's trying to do a version of himself, it just feel like you just
They
know
know
it.
it.
No, my mother always
They
said. My
smell
mother
it.
always said we were communicating with each other long before we developed language.
Yes.
So human beings can tell when you're lying.
Yep.
You know right away, and especially when you perform, especially when you're trying to be when you're trying to pull one over on an audience. There's another saying that Robert McKee in his book Screenplay said, audiences' IQs jump 20% when they are watching a movie. Why? We've been watching movies since we were little kids. So you cannot fool anybody with tricks and hooks.
good, yeah.
It's very, very fucking true. If you don't respect your audience, and if you don't actually, and I've always said this, if you don't believe that your audience is as smart as you are, then you're in big fucking trouble.
Yeah.
It comes down to respect. Like,
Yeah, absolutely that. So I just said
you
that.
said that.
Wait,
And
wait. So yeah.
I just said and I was like, and she's got kind of a cunty vibe, right? And dude, she has a line. Her opening line is one of her songs is "I'm a bitch, I'm a cunt."
But this is known.
So it's like we agree.
But that's known throughout the industry that she's like super difficult to work. Everyone,
and she's getting everything that
notoriously known for
she
it.
desered right now because it's falling apart right
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
So
it
it's
is?
like
hot mess.
yeah,
She had to
yeah.
cancel her tour because the ticket
Nobody's buying
sales.
tickets.
What?
But that's on you. It's like what you put out in the ecosystem is what comes back. And I know that sounds like some like foo-foo bullshit.
No, it's
but
true.
on some real, it's like if you put good vibes out, like Brendan put so many good vibes out to me this week. So I want to give vibes to you. Like it's just a natural, organic thing. And like you even look at like Rogan. Like Rogan seemingly put good vibes out in the world.
Always
So these
has.
things that are coming
Always
back
has.
to him are deserved. You know,
Good
So it's
people
like,
rise to the top, man.
it's just, and that's what I was saying about like the leadership thing. It's like the people who are built to lead don't want, right? They're in a position where they're filled emotionally, so they're ready to give.
Yeah, they're not selfish.
A lot of us have been in that position where we're not filled emotionally, so like we can't even compliment our friend who we think is funny.
Yeah.
It's hard for us to go, hey Brian, that set was so fucking funny. Like it made me feel insecure watching you.
100%. It
It's
takes something-
hard
it
for
makes
us.
you vulnerable.
It makes you vulnerable because deep down you're like, is he funnier than me? What does that mean?
know.
But
And-
when
and yeah, I am, but
right
yeah.
after you kill, and we're feeling full.
Yeah.
How much do you want to just feel
know.
compliment your boys and show gratitude to the homies? Like, anyway, so it was just one of those things where Dell pulled out. They're like, "We want you to apologize for what you said, or we're going to pull out this advertisement." And I was like, "Fuck you."
You can't because it would ruin what you stand for. what you
Exactly. It's like
represent.
you can't apologize. First of all, you never apologize publicly because all that does is confirm what people think you said. Like, there's a lot of women right now that think Louis like held down women, jerked off on their face.
Right. Not true.
They truly believe that.
Yeah.
Right?
And he didn't.
But since he apologized, he confirmed
The worst.
their belief.
The worst.
Right?
Yeah.
You never apologize. If there's one thing you learn from Trump, do not apologize publicly.
Keep going.
Keep it moving,
Keep
B.
it fucking
They're
moving.
grilling him right now, and he's in Vietnam. Like, yo, this food is delicious.
Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
not bothered
North
at
Korean
all.
guy.
Yeah.
He's doing karaoke.
Yeah.
He's singing. He's
He
going to
really
the
is.
movies with Kim Jong
He's
Un.
having drinks and shit.
They trying to take his
Does
food
not
about
care.
With the ultimate dictator.
Son,
Yeah.
it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
But that's what you learn is like, fuck that apology shit. Keep going. Everybody's going to be offended by something.
Yeah.
Like, if offended is the line we can't go by.
I love that. I love that saying. I think Sam Harris said, being offended is not a position, nor is it an argument.
Of course not.
It's like you're offended, what, and what?
Jesus is the Lord and Savior.
The hardest
it's like
thing,
a lot of people are offended by that.
Yeah, the hardest thing. All I see is this. We're right now in a time where people blow their horn and they're for their side and they criticize the other side. Awesome. What are you fucking doing to change the world? Are you actually persuading anybody on the other side? And so it doesn't matter. And like you said, I mean, I think your audience is your audience, and they're gonna. And now
They fuck
now,
with you.
like you always say, it's like when you've got your ecosystem on the web, that's actually all that
That's all you
matters
need.
anyway.
You are the network.
And you have to be authentic to them too. though.
But
It's like-
Steve Simone said this. Steve Simone, right, at the Comedy Store.
Yeah.
He's been there forever. He's one of the best guys. I remember probably 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, he came up to me and went, "Hey man, a lot of people are gonna hate on you because you have a built-in audience. They hate on you because you play to your crowd." He goes, "You look around. Everyone here wants their crowd.
Yes.
That's what they're doing this for.
Yes.
Do not change, man.
Yeah.
Do not change.
Yes. It's like comedy's
You
this
should
weird.
You should do. You should like take your shirt off and do UFC shit too up there.
Yeah, that would kill.
Do like fighting stuff. Pound me on
no,
that.
I'm not gonna
Dude,
pound you.
if you go out there and
Not
you
gonna
go,
pound you.
no, but just
not
do,
gonna pound you.
pound me out
No,
there.
bro.
And if you went out in just UFC shorts and you're like UFC, and then you did like
Just wear one glove.
and you did fake
like Dice Clay.
Oh, UFC gloves?
Yeah.
You could be the big Jay Ogerson, but with
Yeah.
UFC
Yeah.
glove. That would be
Yeah,
sick.
and if you open up with I miss this
You know
shit.
what? Kill me.
Yeah,
I miss this shit, man.
miss this
Just
shit.
a depressing
and I'll be in the
fucking
back.
bit.
UFC. I kill him when I did. I go, Brendan Schaub, UFC.
Guys, don't even laugh. Just tap out.
Tap out, guys. Tell me when you guys tap when I'm too funny.
What a night, man. This is my night.
Guys, ready to submit to my comedy?
God.
Woo! Yeah, Brendan! Fucking Brendan!
This comedy's a knockout.
Yeah.
That's the advertised on Showtime.
Hey, guys, I'm a real knockout artist. Yeah, it's comedy.
That should be your promo.
God.
No. That should be your promo.
No.
You should cut a promo sarcastically addressing all that.
It's a
He
knockout.
won't do it. He runs away from it.
It's a
He won't listen
knockout.
to me.
No, it's satire.
You're saying over the
Like
top?
this. Look,
You're
Koosh,
over
like
the
this.
top.
This guy's gonna poof, knock you out with his comedy.
Yeah, it's just like
the
your
laugh.
I'm choking the laughs out.
Yeah.
And you have me like this. Ah!
But so
But I'm
knowingly,
gonna gi.
so knowingly bullshit that you're calling out what
So bad.
everybody could say.
Yeah.
It's like
That's actually really
because
funny.
It's the 8 Mile approach.
it's literally 8 Mile,
Yeah.
right? It's like I'm going to say all the things that you would say about me, and now it's Trump. It's like, what are you going to say
You
about
guys
me?
thought I was a great fighter. Well, wait till I knock you out with my comedy.
and then
Quink.
Ding.
Yeah, you know, that's it. Real talk. You got to get Joseph Gordon-Green and Danny McBride
right.
to put it together.
That's hilarious.
Dude, it would be so good. And then you call out what everybody that wants to hate before they do it.
Yep.
Because that's all we do now, right? Is we don't like information, we
Yeah,
have
you
confirmation.
preempt. It's a preemptive
It's just
strike.
like, this is how I feel. Tell me why.
I was
Right?
doing a show the other day. They won't figure this out. I was doing this show and I was in the green room with another comic and the producer's going through what we're supposed to do. And he goes, "Oh, what do you want me to push?" And the guy goes, "Oh, I just got my special, man." He goes, "Oh, dope, man. Congrats." He goes, Yeah. 25 fucking years, man. Took me 25 fucking years. And the guy's never been nice
So
to me.
aggressive.
Yeah.
He's never
it
been nice
easy.
to me. The vibe was cool in there too.
Yeah.
And he's never been friendly to me. And then the producer goes, "Oh, Brendan." I knew that guy's listening. He's never been a fan of mine. He goes, "Brendan, don't you have a special coming out?" I go, "Yeah, Showtime." Man. He goes, "Damn, how long you been doing something?" 3 weeks. 3 weeks, bro.
Good
It's
answer.
fucking nuts, right?
Good answer.
3 weeks,
There's
yeah.
no
Good
rhyme or
answer.
reason in this shit, but like, that's why you can't be upset. You can't be like offended by it. You can't like
that jealousy thing's never made sense
Wait,
to me.
it
I've
doesn't
never
make
got
sense
that.
because I have a special. You think it takes away from
What are you talking
It's
about?
like-
you or
What are you
you? It
talking
has,
about?
these are
has
people
nothing
they,
to do.
They
What
just
are
don't
you
understand
talking
business.
about?
But like
It's famine thinking. It's weird shit.
it's like it's a smart decision to invest in your product. It's like, why does Amanda Seales have a special on HBO? Well, what is she also on HBO? Insecure.
Correct.
Yeah.
She's brilliant.
It's like I would, if I'm a business, I'm going to invest in the talent.
But it's also like this. Like I always say about Brendan, like, we were talking privately about this, and I was like, I think you had told me that story, and I was like, oh, okay, I know. And because it was so easy to get here and get your audience. It was so easy, dude. All you have to do is this. Ready?
only done
No, it's so easy.
10,000 hours
No,
of
it's not just the podcast. What you do is what you want to do is just get in the UFC and fight heavyweight. Fight monsters. Fight monsters in your underwear. But but go through the training and throw up when you have concussions, when your sparring partner is Shane Carwin.
But that doesn't help
matter.
the-
All I'm
this,
saying is that
though.
all I'm saying is that
That should have been in groundlings.
but no, of course. What I'm saying though is that you built an audience. That was your first audience. He was a social media beast when he was doing that, and then you fucking decided, I guess I'll do a podcast. You do that for a long time. You build an audience with that. Now you're combining the audience, and then you go, I think I'm going to do stand up. And I was like, what? Yeah, everybody was like,
These people
what?
have an antiquated view of like the entertainment business that we're in right now, and it's just like.
But it took.
They have
nobody
a
gets
tough-
there by accident.
Of course not. Everybody's going to have their person, right? Like you could say, like, let's say, for example, Charlemagne is my guy. Just as many people who are like, yo, the only reason you got this because you're in the UFC. Just as many people say, yo, the only reason you got this is because you're Charlemagne. Everybody's going to have that. What do you do with it? What are you doing with
Just
your...
create.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Criticize by creating.
everybody is going to have someone, if you're decent. If you're not even decent, you're not going to get that, and that's why you suck.
Yeah.
But if
just be
everybody's going to have an opener.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, D'Elia was opening for Coy.
Yeah.
Right? Like everybody's gonna have
And Callen.
Callen, right? Like
just be undeniable.
there's
Just-
tons
just
of people
keep creating.
Listen, a lot of guys I'm sure are open for Rogan that aren't doing stuff. A lot of guys open for the big guys that aren't doing stuff. It's like you're gonna get that opportunity, and it's not necessarily a network. We're networks now.
Yep.
We have eyeballs. What are you gonna do with that? How are you gonna come in with ideas? Do I have to do it for you, or are you gonna come up to me with ideas every
I would
single
have
week?
put my
What
shit
can we
on
do?
fucking YouTube
Fam.
in pieces.
I've been saying.
Instagram, Twitter, it's
Oh,
not
you know
even a
what you should
question.
keep doing? Keep shooting
Don't put your
our
hand on-
material,
don't-
and
put your
then
hand
no
down.
one sees
Put
it.
your fucking hand down.
Where was your last one? CISO?
Hey!
They're not even in business
Other
anymore.
places.
That's where my the dramedy I did was for CISO, and then it folded, so it was on Hulu.
CISO like grabbed a bunch of content for a hot second,
Yeah.
and then just was like, you know,
That's a
what?
horrible idea.
We're
The
The
out.
good news
They're
is
all-
I
they're
can
all
get
done.
those other 2 hours and put them on YouTube. That's what I'm going to do.
Put them on YouTube. You put them on Instagram. It's just you just put them out. I mean, the thing is that the business is crumbling. Like everything's falling apart. Everything, literally, the whole structure of Hollywood is falling. Netflix is done. No, people don't even realize
You think
Netflix
so?
is done. It's
Like,
they're not.
I heard that the guy said from the other network, FX, he was like, well, if you believe that those 700 shows are doing well, like all of them, you can believe in the Easter
Let me
Bunny,
ask you a
too.
question.
Yeah.
If you had a show on your network that you own that was doing well, would you pay $100 million for a year of Friends? The only shows people watch on Netflix, it's nostalgia viewing.
Yeah, man.
It's Friends and The Office. Women watch Friends, dudes watch The Office.
Really?
That's all people watch. They make a movie. Here's the thing with Netflix, right? They're not even trying to make money now. Netflix is
just
trying to be
subscription,
no,
Content
they're trying to
monster.
be bought out. They're not. They don't even. They're 10 billion in debt. They're not even trying. This is the thing about Netflix, right? And this is why you guys are already on it. You guys are already on top of it. You may not even realize it, but you're on top of it. It's like YouTube is waiting. They're just waiting for Netflix to be like, you know that scene in the movie where the water is coming up and you have your lips right up here?
Yeah.
They're just going to pour one little drop of water and drown them. This is what YouTube is doing. They're just waiting with their thumbs, and they don't even have a full
YouTube's
glass of
like
water.
this.
They have literally
So what
a
is
drop.
YouTube going to do then?
They don't have to do anything, right? So this is how it works. You see Charlie Wilson's War?
Yes.
Okay, so remember what we did in Afghanistan, where it was like we arm the Afghans who are fighting the Russians. We give them $5,000 rocket launchers, and they shoot down $5 million helicopters.
Yeah.
Right? Netflix pays Aaron Sorkin $100 million to make a TV show that distracts you for 2 hours. YouTube pays Brendan and Bryan $0 million to make a podcast that distracts you for 2 hours. You're dead.
Yeah.
You can't win.
Yeah.
You cannot win.
Yeah.
It is impossible for you to win.
Yeah.
You have one chance at winning, Netflix, and that's if you get the rights to all sports. If you don't get the rights to all sports, and they're not coming
That's not
because you can't afford it, you lose. And they will lose. So what they'll do is they'll get bought out by Apple
In
or
other words,
Amazon.
because there's my friend is a mathematician, said that Netflix makes money on subscription.
Yeah. You run
the
out of
problem
people.
is that
That's
you
their
run out of
model.
subscription models. Like there's
No more
not-
people.
Well, they upped the
We're-
price already, right?
They keep on upping the price, and we don't mind it. It's not even about the price. It's if they don't have that nostalgia viewing, if they don't have the thing that we can go watch and just keep on watching the same thing, they don't have one
Yeah.
of these shows yet. If they don't have it, right, we're not going to watch it.
It also doesn't matter who's watching what, though, because they make their money on the subscription.
Yes.
So you want people to keep renewing their subscription,
Yes.
right? So the reason I go to Netflix is I can watch Planet Earth or I can watch those things. But I do have to say, as I scroll through, there were so many things on Netflix.
You can watch
I never
Planet Earth on
watched.
YouTube.
Yeah.
Somebody has ripped off, dude. YouTube is the sleeping giant,
Yeah.
and I'm telling you, when it wakes up, it's going to be.
But
a
then
fucking
what happens?
problem.
That means everything is free, or how does that work?
everything's free.
Everything's free.
Everything's falling apart. Like everybody.
Oh, so then what happens to content? So who's going to finance
What do you
Planet
mean?
Earth?
You ready?
Yeah.
No. This is what happens with content, right?
Yeah.
It's a creator's market. Because the three of us can sit here and we can make 2 hours worth of engaging content
Yeah.
for $100.
Yeah.
Okay? I can engage you. I can have ideas for days. I can meet you and be with you for 10 minutes and I can find 5 different programs that you should do.
Yeah.
I just didn't have the bandwidth yet. Then I got the bandwidth and I was like, okay, let me just start creating all my own shit. I buy the cameras. Cameras used to be the barrier of entry. Camera used to be
that's so cheap.
$100,000.
So cheap.
What do we record on this? That's $500.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like these $100.
Yeah.
Mike's a few $100. It's nothing. The barrier to entry isn't there.
Yeah.
And I can upload it at a place which has the most eyeballs in the world. It's over for you.
Available to everybody.
I mean, the only this is how the networks are so fucking stupid. Like if I was them, what I would do is everything would be nostalgia programming from now on. Like remember when the OJ thing came on?
Yeah.
The OJ trial on FX.
Hell yeah.
It's like, or like the Bobby Brown story. You just got to tap into shit from our childhood.
Those
we
are the
wanna
things that make money.
re-experience.
Yeah.
Exactly, because that's the only reason we watch. We're not watching your stupid show like God friended me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What about like
gives a
what
fuck?
about
One's
what about
buying
like
in, yeah.
DAZN and these new apps?
It's interesting, DAZN. Yeah, what do you think about that?
DAZN's different because DAZN has the Asia market. So in Asia, they're huge. So and I just had all those guys on my show yesterday, the One Championship guys.
Yeah.
And I went, why would you sign? And this is just me. I just didn't do my research well enough when I looked into it. But DAZN in Asia, if they put on a card, One Championship does, they get more eyeballs, way more
Yeah.
on that one card than UFC does here. Not even close. They'll
Wow.
get 20 million views on that
Wow.
one. They
Yeah.
love fighting over there.
Wow.
So DAZN makes their money off of that. They're huge in China, Tokyo.
So these guys are making money.
Excuse me?
I love it.
How do you think they paid fucking Canelo $365 million?
Yeah.
Like they have so much money. So they went, all right, we've conquered Japan and Asia. We got all that. Let's head over this way. Let's head over west.
Okay.
So
I
now
love
they're
it.
over here. They signed Anthony Joshua. They got Canelo.
This is an app too, you know.
I mean, they got it, and they have things
But
that
sport, to your point with Netflix, to save their ass, they would have to get in the
sports, and they can't get
NBA, NFL, which is MLB. That's not happening.
and guess who
yeah.
has sports?
ESPN or
YouTube. I can get YouTube TV for $40, and I can
Correct.
get all my sports.
They have
you
all
can
the
get
sports.
YouTube TV.
YouTube TV is just cable on your YouTube.
And they run the ads during the ABC or Fox promotion. Like you'll see a YouTube, like watch YouTube TV. Like it's this
It's
huge
over.
ad.
It's over for
I gotta
everyone.
get YouTube TV.
Yeah, it's the greatest thing because you have it on your phone. It's accessible. I just want to be in
This
everybody's
is the first time
shit.
I'm hearing about YouTube. I'm fucking old.
Check
and
it.
swollen.
Check it. YouTube used to have like a premium function, YouTube Red, and then it was YouTube Premium.
Yeah.
They're like paywall because
Yeah.
they were dabbling. It's like, should we do paywall? Should we not?
Yeah.
They just took that away.
Because
So
I'm
they
now
get rid of
just
YouTube
gonna-
Red?
Yeah. Now they're just going to be buying content. All they have to do is call Aaron Sorkin and be like, "Hey, what is Netflix giving you? Oh, they're giving you 100. All right, we'll give you 110."
Yeah, come over here.
It's that easy, dude. Like people don't even realize India just got phones.
Yeah, man.
They don't have cameras.
Correct.
Like there's so few Indians walking around with a fucking red cam or like a DSLR, but they all got phones you could watch shit.
Over
Yeah.
a billion people.
You got 1.2 billion people that need to watch shit. I was like, why are my clips going viral in India? Like I was trying to put together the dots. My boy goes, oh yeah, they just got like internet out there, like
Huge
you know.
Indian English speaking population.
First of all, they all speak English.
All speak English.
They
Educated.
they educated. They love stand up. Stand up's exploding.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stand up's everywhere. Like we're the new hip hop.
Yeah.
We're the new hip hop.
100%.
Like the world, and this is these fucking idiots don't realize. They're like, oh, comedy doesn't travel. Go around the world, ask people how they learned English. Family Guy, Simpsons.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's how they learned it.
That's fucking nuts.
This is the new hip hop, and this is why it is, because it's the only place you could talk shit. Like in their countries, you can't go on TV and talk shit. I was in Malaysia. You couldn't talk about the dictator.
No.
There's one place when we were doing stand up on stage,
Yeah.
and I'm watching chicks in hijabs dying laughing about jokes, shit about them, about the dictator, whatever. It's like, whoa, comedy's important.
Where were you?
Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Yep.
Yeah.
Been there.
And all I'm saying is
And
like
they all speak English.
enough.
Enough.
It's getting there. It's getting there enough.
Yeah.
But like, dude, I'm telling you,
It
this
is
is a
so
global thing.
Facebook is getting into it too, though. They're looking for original content.
They might buy Netflix. That might be smart. But Facebook is doing it. It's just like,
But YouTube's the end all be all.
guys, this is the best time to create if we create. If you're a comic that's been doing the same act for 20 years, you're going to die.
You're dead.
This is
You're
bad for
done.
you.
You're dead.
Yeah, you're done.
But
You
if
gotta
you
keep
like
writing.
this shit, if you like writing and you like this world and
The
you like
hustle.
talking and creating, it's ours. Like, I don't make anything for a network anymore. Everything I do is for my channel.
And I'm sure you have offers.
Sometimes, yeah, I get offers for different things.
Yeah.
Like,
Doesn't
matter.
I'll
You're a
help
creative
people.
dude.
Like, if my boy has a special coming out, I'll be like, I'll help you curate an idea for the special that will make that hit. Like, even like for you, like I'm already thinking, and I don't want any money from this. I just want your thing to succeed. I'll just be like, let's think of an idea where we can promote this in a really fun, like even that promo is so goofy, but it addresses everything and it's endearing to you.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, it shows you're aware.
Yep.
And now that person who's going to hate immediately is like, all right, that motherfucker said everything I was going to say. I might as well watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Fucking amazing.
Good shit happening, guys. I'm telling you,
love
we're in a good place.
YouTube TV. Let's go.
How glad are you I brought him in? He needed
off.
this so bad.
I'm
He won't
pissed off
listen
that it
to me.
didn't happen
Won't listen to
6
me, man.
months ago.
Dude, you're good. Like, let's talk. When yours comes out, let's talk, man.
All right.
I bet we can get 15 minutes of it to give away.
Good.
It's
we
just
can.
promo.
We can. And I'm
Dude, just
going
just
to.
sell it to CISO.
Hey, you. No, I'm gonna do. You want to do this?
Sell it to CISO. He said.
Wait.
How much do they want? Okay.
CISO will give you
Guys, you can get it on
$50.
CISO.
Dude, I remember doing reads for that.
Oh, man. Fuck, that's right. I
Do you,
remember
and
that.
Andrew, for your shows like with Brilliant Idiots and your YouTube channel, is it all in one place, or do you own all of it? Or obviously, Brilliant Idiots, you
Brilliant
and
Idiots we
Charlamagne.
share, but I put
Is that on a
everything
network
there.
though? That's you.
It's
and
on
Charlamagne?
Loudspeakers Network. It's on Loudspeakers Network, but like we each own the show. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Like,
so if you were
he's
to
more
leave-
of like the guy who gets the ads for it.
Gotcha.
And he is a piece of the show. He is a piece of the show,
And he
he's the-
produces it and studio and all
produces
that?
it. Like we do everything.
I produce- yeah.
He produces ads for the show. That's his role. He's a great guy, and he's not a greedy guy. Shout out to Chris Moreau. He's
Sure.
not a greedy, and I wish he was more greedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But for Flagrant and these types of things, it's like these are properties I own. I put them on the YouTube channel. Like, I got to get you guys on this show. Like, basically, what I realized is this: I had this like kind of awakening moment. Have you guys heard of how Nescafe entered like the Japanese market?
No.
This is pretty
What
cool.
what did?
Nescafe is like this coffee stuff. Shout out to Black Rail Coffee or whatever.
Black Rifle.
Black Rail.
Black Rail.
Is that George Clooney?
Rifle sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard a crazy story about Clooney, man.
Let's hear this.
I heard that whole Nespresso thing.
Yeah.
He made that just to launch a satellite that could look after the Sudanese army, so that they could like make people aware that the army was traveling and
That's
about to
amazing
go.
because he's been involved. He was involved in Darfur and all that stuff.
Bro.
Really?
What a great guy he is.
So he makes a
yeah, because they
Nespresso
were committing
brand.
atrocities on.
Yeah.
So
What?
yeah, they were
$400 million. Like, how much is the satellite? 400 million? Okay, bet. Let me do this coffee company.
What a baller.
If it's true, I don't know if it's true.
Well, he made it off that and then the tequila as
That
well.
tequila shit he
You heard about
killed.
the tequila?
Yeah.
Him and his boy kept going down to Mexico. They're like, this shit is great. When you bring it back. And they tried bringing too much back. Like, you can get taxed. You can't bring this much back. So he was like, wait, we just need to do our own shit. This is amazing.
And they fucking do it.
we got bought up for like $3 billion.
Casamigos.
Was
I
that
forget
it?
what it's called.
Is that it?
Casamigos,
I don't
think
know.
so.
He's killing it though.
But the
Wow.
So the Nescafe thing, right? And this shifted the way I started thinking about content, just thinking about everything. It's like they want to get into the Japanese market. So they're asked this guy, I forget his fucking name, Dr. Rapi or something like that. He's like this consultant to the stars, like consulted everybody on everything. He's a fucking genius. He's like codified all the cultures, right? And found out what moves them, how they operate. Every culture pretty much in the world, major one. And they go, we want to get into Japan. And he goes, I looked at it. You can't be in there for 15 years. He goes, why not? He goes, well, because they don't know what the fuck coffee is, right? You're trying to be tea. You're not tea. They have no idea about coffee. They don't feel coffee. It means nothing to them, right? Yeah. It just means nothing. So this is what you're going to do. You're going to spend a few $1 million to make a cartoon, right? And then you're going to make some candies based on that cartoon. And those candies are going to taste like
Coffee.
And 15 years from now, when you enter that market, they're going to have that coffee memory.
Who the fuck was this? What a weird, smart guy.
Oh, he's a fucking super genius.
Who is this?
I think Dr. something Rapi. But go to Japan right now. I'm sure you guys have been.
Oh, the coffee is like such a fetish.
Never been.
Say it again. It's a fetish.
It's
is
a
it
fetish.
Nice there?
What?
I need to head down.
They will take they listen to me. You have a menu. They have cones. They have processes. They look like chemists.
Yes.
They look like chemists. You're gonna wait 15 minutes for your fucking coffee, but it will be served to you in a specific cup that has probably been thrown in the back room.
When were you
the Japanese take everything to the nth fucking degree. Right now, there's a place called, I think, Funnel Coffee on Santa Monica, owned by Japanese people. You take they're in lab coats, man. It's like obnoxious.
They don't do anything half-assed, do they?
Funnel coffee right there. Funnel coffee. See that? Rare coffee and tea.
So where's that at?
It's a science lab.
Yes.
It's a fucking,
look at that.
Oh, there you go. It's a science lab.
Beakers and shit.
All right. And by the way,
oh, I've been there with Tony.
Yeah,
they're so serious.
No, look at this. They're not fucking
it's strong
around.
Coffee.
Yeah.
So it smells like a Bengal tiger.
Because the Japanese they live for artisanship and mastery.
You're on it.
Yeah,
you're on it. You understand the code.
Yes.
What did he break it down to? The Japanese code. It's patience and then impulsivity. And if you look at anything about them, it's wait 15 minutes for your coffee.
Yeah.
And then that first sip is
so worth it.
So in Japan culture,
bonsai,
even cantaloupes.
Wait. Okay, go.
There's when you buy a cantaloupe in Japan, you can spend $50, ladies and gentlemen, for one.
Yeah.
Why? Well, because the way they grow the cantaloupe is they kill all the other cantaloupes, so all the energy goes into one cantaloupe.
Yeah, wow.
That shit is delicious. On a nut. It's a different
Kobe beef
right there. That's how you buy it.
Wagyu. Are they the same ones that do they feed? Is it cat droppings or monkey droppings? The beans,
it's not that.
And then they roast.
Coffee.
No,
right?
it's eaten by the cat by the.
But is that the Japanese?
Indonesia. It's an Indonesian animal.
Real quick, and we can edit this if I feel out of line. If I said, "Is that Jap shit?" Is that
would
racist?
be that would.
If I went to the Japs, make the coffee like that.
Probably don't.
It's not Japanese. It's more of a. So I was in.
I was brushed over when it was racist.
Hey, bro, I'm trying to. Is that racist or not?
I would say Japs.
If I said, oh, the Japs, if they feed the monkey the coffee.
So the reason the Japs is offensive to Japanese is
God,
because
don't brush over that.
Well, because the reason Japs, when you say Jap, is in World War II. The GIs called them Japs.
Right. No, I'm aware.
Now,
but Japanese, if I call them Japs, the same as saying Jew, right?
No.
Jewish Jews? They're like short for
Jews
Jap.
is okay.
Japanese Japs.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. You go ahead and call them that. I'm going to call them the Japanese. But I don't think the Japanese lobby, I don't think, the one group.
Is it? Do you think it's racist, Kat? If your friend came on, damn, that's a fine ass Jap.
Well, Vietnamese and Koreans don't like Japanese, so they'd be fine with it.
Well, no, I'm just saying, let's say you were close with the Japanese person, you brought your friend over, and I was like, that Jap is hot as fuck.
I think it depends on whether you're a Japanese person from Japan or Japanese American. Because if you're a Japanese American, you've probably been here for generations, to which that probably doesn't have much of a negative context as it does if you're Japanese.
Or it would.
I feel weird saying it.
Yeah, like I don't feel any type of way if somebody says Charlie to me.
They call you a Charlie?
Yeah, they used to call Vietnamese people Charlies.
Is that because that's what they call in Vietnam?
Yeah.
That is offensive.
Yeah.
Why is that offensive? Because that's what you.
Hey, bro, she's not offended.
No. If you say that to a Vietnamese person, whether it's Cat or not, anybody who remembers Vietnam.
So if I start calling you Charlie instead of Cat?
Personally, to me, I wouldn't think of anything because I've never been called a Charlie. I didn't know that until maybe. Like I was in high school. I was much more like Gook or like Chink. Like that's why a lot of Vietnamese people don't even name their kids Charles or Charlie for that exact reason.
That makes sense.
No, because Charlie was used as you got to kill Charlie. Okay, Charlie was Viet Cong. Yeah. And Charlie was in the jungle, and Charlie was somebody you were killing.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
So there's a violence attached to that
dark.
word. And we were there.
My uncle's name's Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie you would never use for a Vietnamese person.
Yeah.
And Jap is also a little
borderline, right? I feel weird saying it, but
I would
like I said,
recommend
Cap
it.
brought her finance friend. I'm like, damn, that Jap. No,
So let
This
me
is an
say-
American
let me
thing
give
to
you-
be
let me give-
upset by
no, no, but
words.
let me give
though.
you an
This is like a
example.
new.
It really
So
is.
if
Like
you're
Asians
if you're
don't care
Pakistan-
about this shit. Like
They
this
kinda
is-
do.
American Asians do, but
no,
like
no, no.
Asian Asians.
If you're Pakistani,
yeah.
right? So
if you're shitting in a hole,
right? But
you really give a fuck if you lop off the last couple letters of the like. I took a shit in the ground. Like that's more offensive. I was like, hey, ground turd. Like that's a little bit more worrisome, right?
Shut the fuck up,
But
man.
do you remember in Bohemian Rhapsody where he's singing for the first time?
He goes, "Hey, Packy."
Hey, you Packy."
Yeah.
Packy was
in the
used,
60s,
if you were
but yeah, sure.
Pakistani. No, still, if you were Pakistani, a skinhead or a racist Brit, usually they were going to beat the fuck out of you because
Yeah.
you were Pakistani, you were Indian, you were Afghani. Then whatever you were, that didn't matter. You were called a Packy. Packy just meant I don't like you, motherfucker, and I'm gonna punch you in the face. So that's
But
what
Jap
the
doesn't
connotation
mean
is.
that though. You know what I'm saying?
Jap
or like
didn't
when
mean that
when
for a
black
long
dudes go,
time.
black dudes come to me and go, "What's up, white boy?"
Okay,
that
so-
could
so-
be a
but-
little
but-
bit
but
of
wait,
a,
hold on.
or "What's up, cracker?"
But during
Like,
World War
what's happening?
during World War II, when there were Japanese people who were citizens of this country and they were interned in camps.
Talking about
We took-
1940.
1945.
Yeah.
Well, actually, 1940,
42?
1939, 1940.
Yeah.
Well, actually, probably after 41. We took them
42
and
is
put them
what
in
I said.
intern camps. Okay.
Yeah.
When you call, they were Japs. You called them Japs. I'm just saying that those memories last. You'll get some flack.
Most of those people are dead though.
Okay.
I'm with you. It's a borderline. I'm just saying.
Borderline. I think I believe the one group you can get away with.
I don't know why
there are two groups.
I don't know why I'm trying to convince you guys that I can use
No,
the
there are
term
two- there-
jab.
there are two-
You were kind of in on it. Dead.
There are two groups you can get away with making fun of, probably like this. Japanese people, I think you wouldn't get in trouble, and Eskimos. Those are the two groups that you're probably.
No, you can
if
make
were
fun of
like-
white people.
Yeah, whites, Inuits, Japanese. You could
You
probably
can make fun of whites and Jews. I feel like because
No,
they're
not
doing
Jews.
good. Hey, Jews are killing it.
Doesn't matter. You can't call Jews. Are you kidding? Anti-Semitism is at an all-time high. In
Am I off on this, Andrew?
Yeah,
Dude, let me go some
bro.
Dude, there's a fucking
the all
bat signal. Anytime anti-Semitic happens,
Oh my
it goes
God.
off.
Enjoy that shit, dude.
Like you just said that, and there was somebody in Israel that just heard it on like a wiretap. Like, wait, I think it's coming.
Yeah. Listen, ISIS.
No, what I'm saying is you can't say racist things towards Jews or stuff, but I'm saying there's a group of people who have succeeded and came through where you can poke fun at certain things about their
Jews are
culture.
the exception.
If you're Jewish.
Jews are the exception to that, I think.
Okay.
But like Indians and Asians, like, they're not going to be like, oh, you hurt my feelings. It's like, you're the doctor.
Actually, though, that's not
You know what I
true.
mean? Like, you make
I did
$100,000.
I did
Yeah.
Rogan's
Yeah.
podcast about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe 4. And I was talking. I was being an Indian, you know.
Right,
and I was doing my. And I was saying I was doing. I lived there, so I grew up with a lot of them because a lot of them were my family
We pretend
friends.
to be a taxi driver.
So I
somewhere?
was probably doing something that was not. I was pretending to be sexy. I think I was
Like
like,
Abu from The
you are
Simpsons.
so beautiful. You know, my heart it makes me crazy. And it's not a sexy accent.
Yeah.
Well, I got about 50 emails of people just saying very politely, "Hey, dude, just be aware that there are a lot of Indian listeners, and you can sometimes." And all I'm
What
saying
do
is
you think,
that
derogatory? You've never done
all
it
I'm saying is
since.
that if you
Brian,
do
just out of
fun-
curiosity.
Indians
Those
used to be,
Indian listeners,
Yeah.
have they ever listened to them talk?
on the podcast.
That's exactly how
But I
the
have-
fuck it
but
sounds.
wait.
You're spot on.
I know.
I actually think you should be
No,
celebrated.
I agree. I
agree.
I agree. But here's the thing about
Give me a Slurpee.
But here's the thing about being Indian. Remember,
Let's call up Hari Kondabalu.
But for the
I just
first
took
time,
it too
India,
far, you know? I take it too far.
India is feeling their power. India, you have to understand, if you're an Indian person,
Yes.
if you come from that massive continent, okay, they were a continent that had been colonized by the British. before that by the Mughal Empire. So at the end of the day, what I'm trying to say is that
your accent was funny.
That poverty,
you weren't poking fun at them being derogatory.
Poverty was widespread, and they were quote unquote a third world country.
I know, still
they have
funny.
now become a nuclear power. They have become a tech center. You see a lot of Indians when they come to my show, jacked. You never saw that. Built, in shape, sexy. It's a different thing now. So there's an Indian pride.
Did an Indian threaten you?
No, but there's an Indian pride.
How would they?
And so
you don't have many
condoms.
Indians at your show.
You do.
Come on, bro.
I do. If I'm in Canada or on places like that,
There's
absolutely.
a few for sure. But what you did isn't derogatory. You're not poking fun at them.
Dude, Indians see the humor in their own culture, and I don't think that. I think we are living in a weird time now where like we're just picking and choosing what is offensive. Like, for example, an Asian accent maybe now is offensive. If you do a Spanish accent, that's not offensive. These are both accents. We're mimicking the sound of people.
But when did Asian become how you describe somebody who has, let's be honest, different eyes?
Right.
There are 48 countries in Asia, but Asian. So I guess Vietnamese and Koreans are the same. We'll just lump them in.
Like, you guys would describe us as having different kind of eyes?
No.
No?
Of course, yeah.
You guys get, not you guys, but in Asia it's common to get the surgery to get the holes on the lid.
Koreans,
They get a surgery.
Yeah, they do surgery to fix their eyes.
Yeah.
That's appropriation.
And they should. Now here's the thing.
But also there's nothing, if you do an Asian accent, it's not, that's how they sound. That's how you're imitating the way they sound.
Yeah.
The same as when a black guy imitates a white dude. No, white people are like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
When every black guy goes, well, gee, Billy, here, we're like, oh, that's how we sound.
You ever see Enter the Dragon, right?
Yeah,
with Bruce
of course.
Lee. And I was such a fan. I was 14 years old. And this was in 1931.
Oh, you saw the first one?
I did. Come on.
In theaters. You're thinking, me too. I knew you were going there. I'm like, no.
They played it.
You didn't see that,
They
bro.
played it at my school. And remember, I was 14, first time in the United States. I grew up all over the world.
Okay.
So here I am as an American in boarding school, first time. And I loved Bruce Lee. And I was around American kids watching a movie at my boarding school.
Yeah.
And they had it on this big screen. And I was with my buddy Daryl, who was black, and he was from the Bronx.
Could have guessed.
And we're sitting there, and there's a line where Bruce Lee goes, "Don't forget your family," or whatever. And he said, "I will, old man." Bruce Lee goes, "I will, old man."
I will, old man.
And the whole fucking place starts laughing. And I'm like this, and I'm like, fucking asshole.
Really? What? But that's funny.
Bruce Lee was my guy.
But that's
And
funny.
I know, but I didn't know. And my buddy Daryl was always, he goes, "That's kind of racist." I was like, I was 14 years old. I was 1981, motherfuckers.
Old school, dude. Black and
1981.
white, baby.
Yeah.
How long do we have you for?
Whenever.
How much longer?
Whenever.
We do current events with you?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Let me take a piss before we do that.
I think I got it 1:30. I got
Take a piss. What a fucking good man.
Man,
he
my
is.
boy had this fucking joke that I just thought I gotta send him this tag, but like he has this thing about how like turtles, with the plastic straws, like how the plastic straw thing is.
Oh yeah, because they eat them.
No, he goes, it's fake. They go, what do you mean it's fake? He's like, he goes, you're telling me a turtle could be swimming, and then a straw is coming at him so fast and direct that it lodges in its fucking nose. Is that what you want me to believe? So the tag I want to give it is like, no, PETA, that's PETA's Jesse Smollett. Like they're staging. It's a hoax. They're just jamming straws in turtle noses, right?
100%. They do eat the plastic bags because they think they're jellyfish.
That makes sense.
Turtles.
Yeah, but the straw.
Yeah, turtles
just
will eat
devour it.
plastic bags. Yeah.
And also they live to 200. They're probably trying to kill themselves. Like if you live
they're
that long, it's
miserable.
like, they live too long.
Like, this is a long ride.
Just fucking die, bro. Like, imagine being that slow for that long.
Oh God.
That's hilarious.
It's like the Arctic shark or the Iceland shark.
You're just swimming around looking for somebody to kill it. He's
500
just
years.
trying to be killed.
I feel like that's hell. I feel like bad people come back as an Arctic shark. You're going to live 500 years in this cold weather and you're just going to swim around looking.
No
I really
friends.
believe.
They've never seen two of them together.
I really believe Stalin and Hitler and Pol Pot and all those
Arctic
cunts
sharks.
are Arctic sharks. I'm serious. So if you kill them, how do you live 500 years? They did carbon dating on the inside of the eye.
Yeah.
The thing lived 400 fucking years.
Yeah.
What?
No.
You're a ghost. You're a true ghost.
Yeah.
You're blind in ice water, looking around for what you
And
can
no
eat.
friends.
And
No one
no
fucks
zero
you.
friends.
be around you.
You're alone.
Yeah.
Fuck.
All right, what do you got, Chin?
There you go.
What are we doing?
So this past
bet.
weekend, Pete Davidson kicked out a heckler for making a remark about Mac Miller.
Oh wow, where was this at? New York?
Yep, in New York. He started out a joke saying that he had a friend who died in his apartment, to which the heckler screamed out, Mac Miller.
Oh hell no.
He stopped the show, had everyone point out the guy who said it, returned his money, and kicked him out.
Jesus.
Oh, I don't return the money.
Yeah, I want to.
I kick out whole tables. I kick out anybody who's in the table that's enabling it too. The whole table has to go.
You go. Yeah, right, you guys are out.
I give strict
You stop your
instructions
show?
to everybody. Stop the whole show. I don't go back and forth. Whole show stop.
I find it the most insulting thing someone can do to a comic.
As
Or
long as
just,
it's
just in entertainment. Someone
it's
who's
stupid. These people are stupid.
That's talk and
I don't allow hot chicks, groups of hot chicks in my front row, like bachelor
Smart.
parties. All they do is talk.
Smart. Yeah, they
And
talk to
the
each other.
hotter,
about
the
jokes.
hotter, the
Yeah.
more self-involved. They're not even listening. They're just like on their
they're
phones.
terrible. I
Get the
definitely
fuck
don't want
out
to
of
see them
here.
after the show. Yeah.
That's Brian's way of explaining why there's no hot chicks at his show.
Yeah.
By the way,
It's only older men,
they were in
bro.
the back, bro. They were in the back. The Vogue Theater.
I kicked him out. No, it's usually hot.
the
chicks.
Vogue Theater. We're looking at the line as I'm pulling up, and I think Will Sasta goes, "No guys, huh? No white guys, just fucking white dudes, all who look the same." I'm like, "There it is, boys." Fucking Canadian guys and with their girlfriends in tow, going, "Who is he?"
Yeah.
Daveson made sure the heckler got his money back. He's too nice.
That Ariana Grande got some bodies on her, boy.
What do you mean?
Like Mac, shit, Pete almost took
Yeah,
himself out.
no,
Like
that was a bummer.
Something's up with her.
Maybe she just lays it down so goddamn good. Once
Can't
they
live
break
without it.
up, it's fucking game over.
Yeah.
She got
She's
the magic,
such a beast.
the sunshine.
Maybe.
Such a beast.
I think she likes these types of dudes. I think she likes.
She's drawn to
Oh,
that
yeah.
To
dark,
vulnerable.
to that darkness. Because
Who
they
like-
all kind of have that same. There you go. They have the same vibe.
Yeah.
Who did she date? Oh no, she was with Big
Sean.
Big Sean.
Yep.
Who has the biggest dick? That's where Big Sean comes from.
Oh.
No, he
Small-
doesn't.
That's Big Sean comes from his giant dick. He's a small dude.
Yeah, but that's like comparatively. That's that Chris Rock joke. Like the
No, but-
background is small.
Well, no, they say he has just a fucking pipe.
Yeah, but compared to his leg, like his dick on you,
Pipe pretty
Nah,
big.
he might
you
have
think
a
it'd
dick.
still be big?
That's the word. That's the rumor.
It's like Stevie Blue Eyes. Stevie's got a fucking piece on him. He's
Stevie-
short. Stevie's a buddy of ours who
Okay.
opens for me on
reference
the road.
doesn't work because
He's got a piece on him.
he got a good piece.
Yeah,
But-
but he's
but-
short, but
Yeah.
he'll dwarf you.
But
Really?
Big Sean got rid of her. He's like, he too dark, bitch. Like
Yeah.
maybe she's drawn to just that negativity. I don't know.
I don't know.
That
Maybe he started
darkness.
having suicidal thoughts. He's like, I gotta get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you might.
girl.
Yeah, this girl,
This girl is bad
This
news,
girl is
bro.
fucking bad. She's a dark cloud. Sings like an angel.
Can't
but
do it.
What else you got?
So 86 tons of frozen food from Boston Market has been recalled because there's plastic and glass inside of it.
That's the least of your worries if you're
86
eating
tons.
frozen dinners from
And
Boston
it's specifically the boneless ribs.
The boneless ribs have plastic and glass in them.
Yeah, no shit. McDonald goes, hold my bear.
Yeah.
You ever seen the fucking McRib? Like it's a fucking sponge.
Chin
in
just bought
barbecue
some.
sauce. You bought a McRib?
I bought a Boston freaking Market frozen entree last night, and then she showed
You eat
showed me
that
this.
shit, Chin?
Respect.
I do sometimes.
I respect that shit, bro. I fucking love that, dude. Do your thing, bro. Live your life. Live your fucking life, bro. Live your life. I don't care.
You eat
Do whatever
frozen
you want.
dinners, Chin?
Sometimes I get lazy. I don't want to cook.
Yes.
But
dude.
frozen dinners,
Yeah.
like you peel off
Yup.
the
It's so
plastic
easy.
top?
Like
It's so easy.
Fargo. Fucking eat it, dude. Good for you. Don't be bullied by this organic nonsense. Stick a plastic straw in that shit and suck it down.
Kill a turtle.
Kill a fucking
Eat
turtle.
a frozen dinner and kill a turtle.
Chin, do you get happy? Because when I was a kid, I used to eat them. Do you get happy when you get to the fucking like the cinnamon apples or some shit like
I
that?
don't buy those anymore, but I was happy about those before.
Yeah, that was the
Salisbury
best.
steak.
That's
Yeah.
your little treat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like-
That's a
Used to be
nice
good.
little treat.
yeah. What else you got?
All right.
Okay. So a YouTube video got flagged because it was promoted on YouTube Kids, where 4 minutes in, a cartoon character would give you instructions on how to cut yourself.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a little crazy,
Who
bro.
did this?
Some random guy. A lot of people have been
Trolling?
doing this. Yeah. I don't know if it's. I think it's trolling, but this has been a phenomenon as of late
Yeah, my
because
kid watches
maybe like
YouTube.
4 minutes into YouTube Kids, like you're not watching what your kid
No.
watches that entire
No.
time.
Like, I'll
And there's
look
a
and I'm like,
small
all right,
segment
cool.
where something's fucked up.
Damn. That's creepy.
I would like to find that motherfucker
And piss
beat
on
him
him,
with a
R.
bat.
Kelly style.
I'll beat him with a bat.
Dude, you know what I did today? This just reminded me of it.
all
That's
his
how you
bones.
always got to watch out for kids.
Yeah.
We got this new nanny, and my girl's like, no, she's great. She works with this dude or this kid, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, but do you know her? She's like, no. I'm like, well, so we're just going to let her watch like Tiger right now? She's like, yeah, she's great. I'm telling you, everyone recommends her. I'm like, all right, cool. And so I take a shot. I get done working out, take a shot. I come down. I'm like, where's Tiger at? She's like, oh, the nanny took him to the park. I'm like, alone? She goes, yeah. So I did Operation Kosamui and fucking staked out. Watch this bitch for a solid 45 minutes with my kid.
Bro,
Gotta make sure.
my mom used to do that with me.
Behind the bushes like
Gotta make
this.
sure.
Fuck,
Dude,
yeah.
It's all good.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
But it's also, you look so creepy.
So creepy.
Like-
It was a kid's park.
I know.
And I'm in,
You're
this,
just-
in my giant truck just...
Oh, that's a rest.
just
That's
so
a rest
freaking-
word.
Dude.
Holy shit.
And you can't tell the cop, oh, it's my kid.
Yeah, I know.
Giant guy with cauliflower hairs. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, no, that's the way to do it. My mom said she did that with me. I would have like rashes as a kid. So she would like follow the babysitter. And apparently the babysitter would sit me in the swing, not even push me. She'd just sit me there for hours.
Hell
And I'd just be
no.
sitting in the fucking swing
Hell
for hours.
no.
And my mom said, I watched her. My mom's Scottish. She's like, I watched her for, she must have let you sit there for 2 hours.
2
And I was
hours.
like,
2 hours.
I was
2
like-
hours.
And I'm looking, I'm like, Mom, you didn't step in like an hour in? Like,
Hey,
the fuck
45
you
minutes
do
into
out?
this.
Well, that's
Let's
what-
go.
Is it a sting operation for a court case?
Exactly.
Your mom
How
just
much
put
evidence
some
do you need?
No wonder I'm a comic. She's from where in Scotland? She's from
Right outside of Glasgow.
Glasgow. That's a
hilarious.
heavy
Oh,
accent.
you're good. You're good.
Oh, wow.
We'll see. I'm still doing my investigation. I'm building up my evidence on this bitch. You can't trust them, man. You
No,
ever seen
you
the
can't.
videos of those nannies like hitting the kid and like toss them and shit?
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
You'd have to kill a bitch.
Yeah, you have to.
You'd have to
I
choke
agree.
him.
I want to kill the guy. I hope they find the guy who put that video on.
Piece of shit.
I'd like to kill him.
So the story went viral a couple days ago about him buying, I think it was about $25 worth of Girl Scout cookies. He came back later, bought 540, which was the rest that the two girls had, because
Yeah.
he said that he didn't want them staying in the cold. They're in North Carolina. And so it went viral. He was using it to the PR to make it seem like he was a pillar of the community.
He just
a few
loves
days
cookies.
later, he got arrested for drugs.
Oh, wow.
And police are saying that he strategically used all of the PR that he got from this story going viral to make it seem like he was a great guy to get away with selling drugs.
Oh, wow. I feel like it's
Well,
a bad idea to draw any attention to
he should
yourself
s-
when you're a drug dealer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but-
because no one buying drugs like, dude, are you think I bought all the fucking Cub
Girl
Scout
Scout
cookies?
cookies,
Dude,
yeah.
I'm in. Yeah, I'll take a gram.
Unless he was turned around and was selling them for a premium.
Or he had munchies like a
In a
motherfucker.
Girl Scout,
Flipping cookies.
in a Girl Scout outfit. That would be even hotter. It was always his fantasy to be a Girl Scout.
Flipping cookies, bro.
He's selling drugs. Maybe he bought the. Maybe he's a good guy and he bought the.
Or maybe he had
and then
the
he's selling drugs to
ultimate
make a living.
munchies. Maybe he had munchies like a motherfucker.
Yeah, it doesn't mean he's a bad guy. Just fucking sells drugs.
Why do we have kids selling cookies still?
How old school is that? I don't even trust them.
My daughter does
I don't
that.
trust anyone.
But
these
why?
days.
My daughter's a Girl Scout. She sells cookies.
She
But isn't-
slangs the cookies.
Because it's good for Girl Scouts because they teach you how to take rejection. My daughter, I had to walk
Oh, that's
way
interesting.
behind her, and she knocked on every door in the neighborhood. And she'd go, would you like to buy cookies? And everybody would be, I swear to God, everybody in my neighborhood went, no, thank you. And
What?
my daughter would go,
Your
"Thank-"
daughter's a
My daughter would
cutie,
go,
too.
she'd go, thank you, with her little clipboard, and she'd walk
man.
away. And I was like, I'll fucking kill everybody in my fucking neighborhood. And then I got a little too close. She goes, Dad, stay back. You're ruining my flow. And so I had to like just follow her.
Why don't you come to Papa Schaub's house?
should-
They knock on
I
mine.
should.
I look around and go, you got tag-alongs? I take them all.
I couldn't believe people were like, no. And some people were like, they open a door with a crack and they go, no.
No one trusts anybody.
My daughter was like, okay, sorry.
It's not your daughter. It's not her problem.
It's good
People
for her
don't
to
trust
deal with
her.
rejection, but my heart breaks when I don't like, you see your daughter get rejected
It's
like
fucking
that.
Why don't you do an
Fuck,
Instagram
man.
video and so she could sell all those fucking things?
That's a good point.
One of the things that I keep having in my thought is she had I had to be, we did career day,
Yeah.
and I had the kids come up and do a line. I said, let's see how you do this line. And my daughter finally came up, and I was daddy, and some of the kids knew the show, and she had her hand like that, and and she did the line, but she actually did it better than everybody else. And I went,
her
did
dad,
you see how she emphasized that? And then I said to her, I go, you were actually the best in the class. And she goes, yeah, I'm in stage class. Like it was nothing. I was like, all right, fine. I got to make sure she doesn't. I don't want my kids to be actors, though.
Why?
Got to clip those wings. Oh,
Why?
because it's
You don't want them to make
terrible
millions of dollars for doing something they love?
business. Or never work. That's what happens.
But they'll find their way. What else you got? It worked out for you. What else you got?
Is Theo behind you guys?
We're literally right behind
Knock on his door and just let him know. Theo!
I think maybe just as producers there.
Oh, really?
Theo's not there yet.
Probably
Because I was supposed to do 1:30 with him, but can we just text
Oh shit!
him
It
and
is
be
1:30
like,
right now. I didn't
text him
realize
right
that.
now. I'll text
Let's
Theo
wrap
right
this
now.
up. Give us the
Hold
next.
on, I'll text Theo right now.
All right.
just text him because if he's running late, we'll just rock it right until then.
Right on. While you guys text, I'm just gonna throw this up real quick. Roman Reigns, he had leukemia, if you remember, twice already.
Yeah.
So he announced on Monday that he's in remission. So that's good news.
Shit, that's great news.
Yeah. I'll play the clip for you guys.
That's
I'm
beautiful.
Oh, you gonna text right now?
No, go ahead.
All right.
I just text Theo.
I saw him.
So when I tell you this, I am so grateful, I'm so humbled, and I'm so honored to announce this.
I'm
We'll get
trans.
to that later. We'll get to that later, yeah.
Boy, that'd be a great
Before
spin.
we walk before we can run. But the good news is I'm in remission, y'all.
Oh, it's got to feel good.
What kind of leukemia does he have? Do you know?
I'm not sure what the type.
Knowing Theo,
That's
he'll
essentially
come,
the-
come knock on
I
here
think.
with his producer with
Yeah.
the camera.
But you hit them up, right?
Yeah.
All right, bet.
That's good, man. Roman Reigns.
All right, good news. Speaking of transgender, though, you said
Yeah.
transgender, right?
Sure.
This person here, this gentleman, Nikki Jolly, who's a gay rights activist. It's kind of similar to the Jussie Smollett thing.
Oh, yeah, he faked the house fire?
Yeah, he burned his own
He faked
house,
the house fire, yeah.
or faked a house fire, and his own dogs and
At least
cats
his
were in
eyes
there.
are on point.
Ah, man. Ay, ay, ay.
This is
I think
such a
I think he's
weird-
blind in one eye.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
Fucking kidding me?
I think he's blind from being
Looks like a
from being a
fucking
liar.
English bulldog.
He does.
Yeah,
he
it's not-
looks like a
It-
fucking. What are they called? The little ones?
yeah.
Frenchie.
Frenchie.
He looks like a
Yeah,
Frenchie.
Transitioning into a woman for him, it's almost like okay.
That's a tough sell.
Yeah, it's a tough sell.
If you're a lady boy
he
in
looks like
Thailand-
a woman who decided that he wants. I'm confused, but anyway, yeah.
He looks like one of those things making coffee in Men in Black.
yeah.
They're like, Frank, what are you doing here?
Oh my god, Andrew. Oh my god.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
there is some stuff going on there. Yeah. Low ears. The ears are very low on the head.
Hey, you guys.
The left ear's lower than the right. It's fucking-
Holy shit.
You're our guest.
Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, man?
What's up? We need our guest, guys.
What's up,
Okay.
man?
No, all right.
What's up, dude?
We're gonna release him right now.
Yeah.
We've been knocking, bro. We've been knocking.
Oh, have you guys really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been getting complaints.
You just got here.
I've been calling
I know
complaints
you.
in though.
You just
So
got
that
here.
is hard. I did just get here. What's up, Andrew? Nice to see
How you doing, man?
What's up, guys?
What's up, brother?
Chilling, man. What are y'all doing?
Podcast.
Come here. What does this person look like to you?
Oh, get ready. Theo's gonna.
Here we go.
Oh, it looks like you. A little. I mean, but with different hair. You know, with different facial hair. Is that you when you're older?
Yeah.
Oh, it's transgender man.
Yeah.
That's not the issue.
Lit
though.
his house on fire. Is it a woman or was a woman? Now it's a man.
Nikki
or
Jolly.
was a
Had to be
man.
a woman, and now it's a man.
Oh, so it was a woman now a man. Oh, so it went from woman to man.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, well he lit his house on fire to basically pretend it was a hate crime. Did his dogs and cats get hurt?
Yes, two cats.
And I bet he
or
had
two
a
dogs
bird,
died.
huh? How many birds does she have?
I don't know.
Birds died right away
So
from
3
smoke.
cats and 2 dogs. She killed her, or he killed.
All the animals.
Yeah, all of his
Wow.
animals.
Oh, so
Damn.
he's a really fucked up dude.
Like Noah's Dark, bro. This shit is sad, dude.
Yeah.
And they're saying he was trying to do like a gay pride thing, festival or whatever, and it wasn't like the turnout wasn't that great.
It was in popping, so he's trying
That's
to
why
get
he
this-
did
To
this.
drum up support for it.
So it's very similar to the
Wow.
Smollett.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Wow.
He just looks so weird.
Yeah.
It's because
That's a
the
strange looking person.
yeah, the left eye is just far set back.
It's
Just
far.
that
Well,
Smollett.
I think he's
Yeah.
blind. That's one eye's blind.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
one
he's
eye is blind.
You
I don't
think he's really blind?
Nah, I
Yeah,
think
Brian knows who's blind. You guys don't know who's
that's
blind.
called a
Yeah,
cockeye,
probably.
I
dude.
don't think he can see out of one
He's
eye.
a lazy eye. He's Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah.
He's Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah, are they sure?
or he's an old sniper. It's
Did they-
just like,
Yeah, did they test this
Dog
person?
and cat killer.
Did they test this person for Forrest Whitaker? That's what I want to know.
What a strange. You didn't
Wow.
learn anything from Jussie Smollett, huh? All right.
He
Well, this was
definitely
a year
looks like
ago.
he's lost some UFC bouts.
did you get in charge
who is
now?
it
He's
again?
gotten lumped up.
hey, Smollett's. Is there an update on that? Or
Is that Eddie
there-
Alvarez?
he
Who
screwed?
is this? Somebody's
That's
lost.
fucked up.
Been through a lot of bouts.
That's
I'm
fucked up.
joking.
Let's let's see the update on
joking.
Smollett.
Well, the only update that I saw, if I can find
Yeah,
the
kicked
article.
off
Sorry,
set.
Eddie.
Well, that was one of it. They deleted or they stopped 2 of the last episodes that featured him, so they kicked him off of that.
Yeah.
But then one of the brothers, the Osundario brothers, those big black
The
dudes,
Nigerians?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Giant
found an old tweet that showed that it was like some sort of small homophobic remark.
Whatever.
It was like
So they're
Put
going
that
to use
gay
that.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
They're going to use that
God.
for the defense for sure.
He's fucked.
so he's actually claiming his
He's still
innocence.
That they beat
saying
him
his
up.
innocence.
Yeah.
What would you? So you know the sort of Twitter sphere out there. And
Yeah.
or if you're Jussie Smollett, you're first of all you're an asshole and you're done. Of
course.
But what do you do?
I would come out as straight.
Wow.
be like, I was just confused.
like
You gotta flip it.
yeah, like I'm straight. I would come out straight. Everybody.
I've been living a whole lie.
Dude, he's going to be in Hamilton next year. We know it. So let's just be honest, bro. It is going to be.
I would say this: if I'm Jussie Smollett, I go, look, I hired black guys. I kept it in the community.
Yep.
I think that's
Gotta
what you
spin it.
do.
I kept
to,
the hate in the community?
No, like I look at all these guys out here that aren't supporting black business, etc. And he's like, I care about my people. At least I hired
black.
these guys to support.
So
me.
they're actually
That's a good
saying they're
point.
using
Bought the
this.
news
The
from a
defense is
black
going to use
That's a
this.
good idea.
The defense will use this as like so. So
No,
Smollett
he's
didn't
fucked
hire them
because even the black
Dude.
culture isn't supporting him. They're like, "No, you're full of shit. Get out of
Couple
here."
guys are.
Yeah.
I think they said who is Tracy McGrady, I think, and
No.
one other
Still?
guy.
Tracy
Terrence
McGrady.
Howard.
no, he's like
No, Terrence
really
Howard.
broken
Terrence
up.
Howard.
Yeah, Terrence Howard doesn't like
Terrence
broke
Howard
up
won
with
the
that.
fight.
Yeah,
he's
he went off
fucked
on him.
over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, he's not. Smollett ain't even that black. Look at him.
His sister can get it though. She
Yeah,
can lie
she's
to
a
me all
hottie.
she wants.
Journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever
Journey
you want to do.
Smollett?
Journey Smollett.
Ooh,
Kind of a shitty name.
Yeah.
ooh! Look at his sister. That's her. That's Ellen Page. Oh, she had something to say about that.
Ellen
Jesus.
Page
That's
doesn't
her.
like us.
Ellen Page is really. Oh wow.
Them DSLLs.
Wait, I've seen her. She's an actress, huh?
Yeah.
I can't remember. Oh, she's in.
She's in Martin, I think.
pretty,
Remember Martin?
pretty.
Love Martin.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
done, huh?
Is there any others,
You're
Jim?
done, bro.
You want some more? Or you good?
We gotta get Andrew out of here.
Hey, check out my special.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Views
why
from
don't you
the
guys
sis.
even advertise the guy's special? The guy comes from New York to
Views from
see you
what?
guys.
Views from the sis.
Views from the cis.
Yeah.
From as in
Mississippi.
cisgender male.
Right. yeah.
Have you seen some of his Me Too bits?
No, I'm gonna watch it all.
Come check it out. Yeah, check it out.
I gotta watch it
YouTube.com/The
now.
Andrew
I'm so
Schulz.
excited.
I broke it up into 6 parts, and a new one drops every Sunday.
And they
It's
can,
on-
they can
on
get it
YouTube.
where
YouTube.
before?
YouTube.com/The Andrew Schulz. Yeah.
Boom.
Go check it out, man. I think the first, I don't know when this is coming out, but the
Have
next
you guys
part-
seen him
out
live
today.
or not? You ever seen him
Yes.
live?
No.
No,
Have
never
you really?
live. No,
Never
not
live.
I've
No.
seen all of his
You've seen him
material.
live?
No, I
In your imagination, what is
Do
that?
you
Is he good or not?
Do you do the Comedy Store? I'm sure he's good.
He's good,
I'm
bro.
going to do a couple shows tomorrow there. I got a couple shows. That's why I'm in town.
Dude, I
You're
never
in New York
even.
though.
Yeah.
That's why I don't see it. That's why I
Yeah.
never see it.
Yeah,
Beast.
he's good, bro.
Thank you.
Beastie.
I know.
Have you seen Little Red Riding Hood? That book where they have the wolf.
Yeah.
That's him.
He's the
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man. Andrew Schulz, thanks for joining. Fighter
thank you guys so much for
Schulz,
having me,
you're the best,
man. That was great.
dude. That was
Appreciate
great.
y'all, man.
God damn it. Thank
you. Yeah.
Wish I'd met you before. Fantastic guy.
Good guess,
you can't
right?
help but to like that guy.
I told you, man.
Yeah.
I told
Yeah.
you. And he knows
Easy-
comedy.
and an easy
he has his ear to
6'2".
the ground.
Yep, easy. Might be 6'3". He says 6'2".
Smart kid.
Yeah,
Smart kiddo.
Smart dude. And
We're the same age, so I shouldn't call him a kid, but
Well, I wish I'd known what he knows.
I know, right?
I should have listened to you.
Monster.
Doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Brendan, where are you going to be, man?
Miami, March 15th through the 16th, Miami Improv. After that, I'm in Milwaukee. That's the Pabst Theater. That's March 22nd through the 23rd. After that, I'm in DC, March 28th through the 30th. Back on the road. The BDE
Back on the road.
tour starts in March.
Big dick.
TFATK.com for tickets. B, where you going?
Salt Lake City this weekend, March 1st and 2nd, Friday, Saturday. This Friday, Saturday, come see me. Tickets are almost gone. And then I got March 14th at Cobb's for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Come by one night only at Cobb's Comedy Club in San Francisco. Kansas City Improv, March 22nd and 23rd. And then Philadelphia Helium, March 28th, 29th, and 30th. I can't wait. This is
This is The Fighter and the Kid. We're out.